guys, it's Marnie from Little Ducks 4. As you might have seen on my last post, on the search for amazing cleaner ingredient products, I found and became a beauty guide for Lime Life by Alcone, which is a natural skincare and makeup company that has cleaner ingredients and has professional quality at the same time. I absolutely love this product line, and I started doing some videos and pictures on my Facebook group, which is Good Clean Fun Beauty with Marnie. And some of my friends were asking me to help them with eyeshadow application. That's something that was tricky to a lot of people, not for just like every day, but maybe for going out or when you're looking at, you know, Pinterest inspiration pictures, which, you know, they're very photoshopped, obviously, so your lids aren't going to look exactly like that. But it's not just like a flat look. It is many colors that you blend together to create a dimensional look. So I wanted to go over how you would use a 6 palette eyeshadow from Lime Life by Alcone to create a dimensional look that adds some interest to your eyeshadow look. Like if you're going out on a date, or you're just wanting to dress up or play up your eyes a little bit more, it's not as hard as what you think. So I've already prepped my skin with my skincare, and I've applied my foundation, my botanical foundation in Shinto 2, and then I also have my concealers, which is 2, which is what my natural skin color is more like, and 3, which is like more of a peachy tone for under eye darkness, or I have a little bit of scarring from a long time ago that's a little bit darker that it covers right up. Just that orange kind of counteracts the dark. And then I also did my perfect bronzer, which is this right here, and then also my translucent powder right here, which just gives like a velvety finish and sets your face up for the rest of your makeup. The last thing I did was my brows, which I used one of the shadows that is actually in the 6 Well palette that I'll be showing you today, and that's Taupe for the Best. I use that on my eyebrows because it's just like a neutral color that doesn't get too warm, doesn't get too cool, it just blends right in. And it's a really easy color to use for your lid to play up your eyes as well. Excuse me. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the color Cream Boat. Here, it's like just a creamy color, exactly what the name sounds like. And I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to put actually a little bit in the inner corners here, a little bit along my brow line. Blend down a little bit and then blend that right in. And next, I'm actually going to take this color. This is an amazing color called Tainted Love right here. It's so pretty. This one right here. And I'm going to start with the crease color first, actually. So I'm just going to place a little bit right there and a little bit right there. And then I'm going to take a clean brush, and I am just going to take my brush up and over to blend that in. There was my stomach growling. No, there is not a bear in here. It is just that I need something more than coffee right now. So I'm just going to take that and blend it around until there's no obvious line from here to there. So that's just like a warm color. I mean, you saw it in the palette here. Well, this is my 18 well palette, but I'll show you what it looks like in the 6 well palette. But you can see right here, it's very, you know, like an orangey reddish color. So we're gonna take that down a little bit just to add a little bit of dimension, and we are gonna take the Taupe for the Best right here. That's what I use for my brows. I mean, look at that. That's what I use on my brows. And it doesn't even look like that, but it just darkens them up enough to give them definition. Okay, I'm gonna take the Taupe for the Best, and I'm just gonna take that just closer to my crease right now. And I'm just gonna blend that in. And I'm gonna keep this right on the outer edge of my crease. And then I'm gonna blend it up just a little bit. I don't want it to go as high as the Tainted Love, but I am gonna take it a little bit further over towards my eye. I mean, not my eye, my nose. Obviously my eye. Okay, the next color I'm going to use is going to be in Sequens, which is this color right here. Sort of like the shimmerier, it's a little bit lighter than the Taupe for the Best color, but it's just shimmery. Oh, I'm sorry, I pointed out the wrong one. This one right here, it's right next to it. So you can see how they look next to each other. So I'm going to take in Sequens, and I'm actually going to take my setting spray, and I'm going to spray a little bit on my palette here and get my brush wet, because we're going to want a little bit more of a punch with this color. So I'm going to dip it in there with a wet brush. Setting spray works great, and we're just going to dab it on. Right across the lid. See, look at that. Just adding that setting spray really makes that stand out. So I am going to put a little bit underneath my eye as well with a smudger brush. Now again, this is the in Sequens. And I'm going to take that all the way across the bottom. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the Tainted Love and do that on the outer edge here as well. And next I am going to take the color Shimmy Shimmy. And I'm going to take a dry brush this time, dip a little bit in there, and I'm going to just put like a little dab right here for right now. I'm going to go back and blend that in, a little dab right here. And then I'm going to take my smudger brush and dip it in there again and take it along my lash line as close as I can. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of setting spray on that as well, just to get it really close to my lash line and kind of give a darker frame to my eye. right there. It's okay because I'm going back into blend a little bit. I'm going to let that dry for a second. But you can see already, and actually while we're here, just letting that dry, I'm going to take a little bit of the Shimmy Shimmy underneath as well over the other two colors. And again, this is just adding dimension to your eye color. Okay, I'm going to take the little bit of Shimmy Shimmy that I had in the corner there, and I'm just going to lightly blend that up and over it a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And right now I'm going to make sure that I have a very blended look going all the way up here, so it is seamless. You don't see any lines. That is like the major tip of eyeshadow, is just blend, 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 and more blend. Okay, next I am going to take a color called Sweet Dreams. It's this one. And I am going to get a little setting spray on that as well. And we are just going to dab a little bit in the center there. Just to give it a little bit more of a highlight right there. Just like in painting. The furthest out part should have the lightest. So can you see that? Okay. Now we're going to darken up a little bit more on the lash line with our Perfect liner pen, which I absolutely love. It's like the easiest liner pen to use. If I can stop talking. It just distributes the correct amount of product, so you're not dipping back into anything. And it just places the correct amount there, which is what is so nice. And it's pretty thin, so you can keep it as thin or thick as you want. And see, so easy. I'm actually going to take just a little bit more on the bottom. Along my lash line. And I'm staying pretty close to my lash line. Well, not pretty close, like right on my lash line. I'm going to take Shimmy Shimmy one more time, just to soften that up on the bottom. And to blend everything in. I always like to take a little bit of shadow over liquid eyeliner just to soften it up a little bit, especially for this look because it's a little bit of a smoky look around the eye. We're not going for any like harsh lines. See, no harsh lines, everything looks blended. And then we are going to add some mascara to punch that up. And this is our Fiber Mascara, the Perfect Mascara, which it is perfect. And you can kind of go as light-handed or as heavy as you want. It doesn't really take a whole lot to get the length and fullness that you want. But if you're going for like a more glamorous look, I guess I should say. You can go back over and kind of get even, like the ends. I always tend to go over the outsides just a few more times. Go over once, over all the lashes, and then go back over towards the ends to really get those. Now for everyday, I don't tend to do my lower lashes all the time. Unless it's like a really lashy look. But when I go out on a date with my husband or with friends, I tend to put it on the bottom. Okay, now I am going to actually use that Tainted Love color on my cheeks as well. Now you've got it, it's a beautiful color on the cheeks as well. You just have to be a little bit careful because of the pigment. This is actually, these eyeshadows are so pigmented that it just takes a little bit of that. Even for our blushes, everything, it just takes a little dab. Little dab will do ya for all of it. So I'm gonna just punch it in a couple times, and then I'm gonna actually take it against my palette and kind of brush it off a little bit, and then very light-handedly, see, look how much product that actually just put on there. So we're gonna take, that's pretty, I love that color. We're gonna take our Blenderful and actually blend that out. Oh, I love that. It looks great with the eyeshadow. And I'm going to take that Sweet Dreams color, and I'm going to use it as a highlighter. Just do the top of the cheekbone and all the way around the top there. You can also use a brush for this, but I'm being lazy and doing my hands. Top of the cheekbone and all the way around there. So it just highlights the top of your cheeks. And then I'm gonna top everything, or finish everything off with one of our lip shears, which is called Lover's Coral. I absolutely love this color. I wear this all the time. It's just such an easy color to wear, and it's perfect for when you're playing up your eyes too, because it's not so opaque. It's just, and it's such a pretty shade. I'm so glad we came out with a really pretty coral. Look how pretty that is. It's so easy to wear with so many different colors, so many different looks. A lot of times I just wear this with some mascara for the day, and it's just like a really easy color to wear. But anyway, so this is the dimensional eyeshadow look for if you're just wanting to play it up a little bit more, or if you're going out and you want something a little bit more dramatic. This is a really easy way, and I will post what the 6-well palette is that I used and all the colors. And if you guys have any questions, just message me. Go over and visit Good Clean Fun Beauty with Marnie on Facebook, my Facebook group, and join. And I am always posting pictures on there, tips, things that I find, new products, contests with prizes, and all sorts of fun things. So just go over there and message me, or of course you can always go to Little Ducks 4 and message me there, or comment on at the end of here.